infinitu psychology. Objectives: infinitu psychology. To understand the difference between the mind and brain, and to get a definition of quantum physics, and to understand the central nervous system and energy as it relates to the human body. We will begin with the brain and its neurotransmitters that can be found in the brain stem and in the body's central nervous system that is created from the brain stem, the spinal cord, and neurotransmitters. Adrenaline being one of the chemicals that are naturally found in our bodies. Adrenaline is very important because it is found in sperm cells. Then you have dopamine, which is another chemical that is found in our bodies and produced by our bodies. We have noradrenaline, endorphins, acetylcholine, GABA, and glutamate. Adrenaline is important because once again, adrenaline is known as our flight or fight neurotransmitter. And when activated, our adrenaline glands spray adrenaline in our body. And this chemical is what keeps humans alive. Adrenaline. This adrenaline is found throughout our bodies. It is a neurotransmitter that is found in our central nervous system, and the human body naturally produces adrenaline. When is adrenaline naturally produced? When the human psyche tells the body to produce adrenaline is when it is a perceived threat to the individual, at which time the individual's body will produce adrenaline from the adrenaline glands. These glands produce a chemical that is already found in your body, but it sprays this chemical once your mind has perceived a threat. When the chemical stops spraying is when the threat is no longer perceived. So at which time the individual feels safe, then the adrenaline will stop. So it's important to know that adrenaline is caused by the human psyche, and it produces physical effects to the human body. Adrenaline is found in the human body, and it is produced by the human body. Now, in psychology, we want to know the difference between the mind and the brain. Now, the mind is in charge of time, place, awareness. So the mind can answer what day it is today and what their name is or where you are at the present time or who is the present president at the current time, the mind is capable of these things. The brain is more competent. It allows us to reflect back in time to pull other information. It allows us to critically think and come up with answers. So, when the mind or the brain cannot answer something, this is where we get our central nervous system. And this is where adrenaline is triggered by your central nervous system. Now, this energy is initiated from real, true chemicals in the body, adrenaline. Adrenaline can also be found in the male sperm cell. This sperm cell also holds energy and also contains a large amount of adrenaline. So, what we know is that at the time of conception, the sperm cell was full of adrenaline. This tells us that our central nervous system's source of adrenaline happened at conception. Not only that, but visually looking at a sperm cell and the human central nervous system, you will notice the resemblance of each. So the human central nervous system closely looks like a sperm cell. Not only does this resemblance occur and happen to the human eye, but the chemicals that are found in the central nervous system can be found in the male sperm cell. We also understand that at the time of conception, a male often feel tired and have less energy and sleep more often. This could be a way of showing quantum physics as the energy of the man has left his body and is now in host by a new body. So all of these things can relate back to quantum physics, and the human's central nervous system. So again, adrenaline is a natural, normal chemical that the body produces. It is a neurotransmitter and it's typically referred to as your fight or flight neurotransmitter. And this neurotransmitter allows us to stay alive, and it protects us and it keeps us alive.